Welcome to my week 5 multimedia discussion board for MPA 545. My name is Brianna Reeves and I've titled it Public Sector Unions. So the public employee union that I have chosen for this week is the Riverside Sheriff's Association, and the union covers Riverside County. The Riverside Sheriff's Association is an exclusive employee organization representing the following departments. The Law Enforcement Unit, which covers correctional deputies and public safety units. The Law Enforcement Unit is comprised of sworn personnel, including deputy sheriffs, district attorney investigators, and deputy coroners employees. And then the Correctional Deputy Unit, which represents correctional deputies, correctional counselors, while the Public Safety Unit is primarily covers the probation officers and supervising probation officers. The Riverside County Association negotiates contracts for the county's wages, benefits, and other terms and conditions for employment. Currently, the RSA represents over 3,500 members of the Sheriff's Department and Coroner's Office and the District Attorneys. In addition to a lot of the negotiation aspects of the RSA, they also offer a premier legal defense program, which provides legal services and representation to RSA members when they are under investigation for administrative and/or criminal incidents. RSA, just like most unions prior to the Supreme Court ruling in favor of Janus, it was like most. It was mandatory to pay into the unions, and the union workers didn't always have the best interest or the same either political views or mindset as the union. RSA actually changed after as well with the Janus ruling and made it to where it was not mandatory to partake in the union dues and the financial aspect of that. However, the majority of the RSA members do participate in the union dues because it is in their best interest, simply because if the workers or the employees aren't for the workers, then nobody's going to pay into the union. So they 9 times out of 10 have the best interest for the workers, which makes the workers want to pay into the union. The academic peer review article that I chose was titled, "Will Police Body Cams be a mandatory subject of bargaining in Florida?" The article states that the union representing police officers were failing to pay attention to important development for their members. The article also talks about the importance of collective bargaining and when the union is really going to do what the union employees, what's in the best interest for them. So what the article really talks about is the flaws and what can be affected by both the civilians and law enforcement when wearing body cams. And when most other cities, counties, their union workers had meetings, they were involved with management, all their stakeholders, the majority of Florida had completely missed the importance of wearing the body cams for the employees. The main takeaway I took away from this article was the importance of union employees and if they don't have the best interest of the people that are paying into the union, how it can totally fail the employees. So after looking up the Act 10 bill from 2011, I saw the news article on Wisconsin I was a bit taken away with his intentions and why he signed this bill. Just to give you a little heads up, the Wisconsin Act 10 was from the outside, it looked like it was to reduce collective bargaining rights for most states and municipal employees, including K through 12 teachers. And the reason for that was to help with a financial deficit that the state was having. But when you further look into this bill, it affects areas as, like I said, collective bargaining, so compensation, retirement, health insurance, sick leave for public sector employees. The one thing I took away from the news article and the bill that pertained to this week learnings was the collective bargaining portion of it. And it talks about how the current law and how municipal employees have the right to collectively bargain over wages, hours, and conditions under the municipal employee relations, and state employees have the right to bargain over wages, hours, and conditions of employment under the State Employment Labor Relations Act. So what this bill states is that anyone under these unions, either state or county, they're unable to collectively bargain their wages unless they are a public safety employee, which, if you think about it, a lot of state and county employees are not public safety employees. So for them to all lose their right to bargain their wages and their retirement and everything like that based on the union that they pay for, that's really what this bill is going to, who the bill is going to affect. And that is all I have today for the discussion this week. Thanks, guys, and have a great night.